DJ Drew.
Welcome, y'all. It is November 3rd, 2020. We are on the eve of election night. This is a very important night. Rap and Politics. I thank y'all for joining me. I'm glad y'all here. To the right of me is a man of many hats, and it really is no introduction for him. But
we don't need no introduction.
But before we even get started, I just want you to give a brief history on what you do and what have you done being in the Brockton, Boston area.
Right. So Bishop Tony Brands, God bless everyone. The church is, the community is my church, as I've told people since I retired from pastoring in 2015. Hey, let me tell you, I got into community activism because Tiffany Moore was murdered on a mailbox on Humboldt Avenue in Roxbury during my teenage years. What people don't realize, even during my teenage years, for a little bit there, I was homeless. I was living on the streets, eating out of the trash at McDonald's on Tremont Street. So yeah, I've had an interesting life and an interesting career. But again, I got into activism because we needed to have a voice during our teenage years when Boston police was stopping and searching us. Many of you know that they were stopping and searching. First, they started with black young men, and then they started stopping searching black women. They were going to young girls' personal parts and stuff like that. So many of us got into this fight to make sure that stop and frisk was stopped.
I got an interesting story for that with the stop and frisk. Because I got a video on premiere tonight,
Really?
This is Rap and Politics. It's by Big Nate, called The 10 Body Commandments. Now, the reason why this video is important, he is the son of Willie Bennett.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Yes, way.
That's going to be interesting.
He's the son of Willie Bennett. He's got a hot new video out. It's called The 10 Body Commandments. He even puts the news clip of when the whole thing happened with Charles Stewart and his father got wrongfully accused of that.
People have forgotten about that it was rough riding. It's always been rough riding for those of us that were raised in Roxbury. And that's why when I moved to Brockton, people was like, Brockton is so violent, Brockton is so bad. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Brockton is like a suburb compared to how many of us that are really from the hood.
Back then,
really from the hood.
Boston had the highest murder rate in the country.
Yeah. So it's not. So when I look at Brockton compared to Roxbury and even some of the issues that we face in Brockton, I'm saying like it's like for me, it's like things that actually are solvable in comparisons to the size and the scope of Roxbury, Dorchester, and Mattapan. Where we are predominantly African American. No, it's a lot more mixture now. The Puerto Ricans had down Eggleston and stuff like that, and we worked in concert with each other, and that's some of the work that I've been trying to do.
And that's what should happen in Brockton.
But it's not happening in Brockton though, and I know that I don't know. We want to get into that, but it's not happening in Brockton.
Like Brockton is the most people of color. City in Massachusetts.
Yes.
There is more people of color than there is white people in Brockton, Massachusetts. The only one in Massachusetts.
Right. Well, in terms of multiculturalism, now we know that the Enterprise released the census has released that Brockton is a black city. But I could tell you, as chair of diversity, I knew that 5 years ago.
Right, we've been knew this.
We knew. The question is that why are we still like a Ferguson, where we're not taking, we're not capturing political power in the city? But let me ask you. You said we're on the eve of the election. This is live right now today. So the election. So we're on the eve of results right now with respect to I just wanted to clarify that. But again, I had a long history of being on the streets and stuff, and being in DCF, and a lot of the struggles that many of us have gone through. I stayed in the church, and I tell everybody, 2 people saved my life. Mrs. O'Brien at the Umana Tech. She was what they would have called the housemaster back then, which is the public school system, and God, because I'll tell you, I almost just like many of us that are OGs, we did some things back in the day that I'm not necessarily proud of, but I don't live that. I don't think that. I think about where I am today and how people like you are bringing forth, rap and politics, and so important. Because rap, just like the language of Christ, You know, Christ talked in riddles and raps. But people don't realize that. And they say, oh, Jesus, what are you talking about, Bishop? Why you pick up Jesus? He's a white man. No, he wasn't white. All of us that are educated, all of us that had academia, we know that he was a Hebrew, and Hebrews looked like they had the dread. Look, Jesus, he had the dreads like me. So we all know that, but people don't want to talk about it because they don't want to offend a larger church. Can I talk about that?
Yes.
No, I don't want to get anybody upset tonight.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to get anybody
About
upset.
to go.
Yeah.
All right, so let me curb you real quick, since this is Rap and Politics.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
yes,
I
sir,
know
yes,
you're
sir.
a man of God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But there was a point in time before you gave your life over to God.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
I would like to believe that you used to listen to hip hop
Oh, no, I still do.
and still do.
No,
Okay.
how can you escape from the original lyrics? You can't escape from that.
Right.
And one of the things that I do try to stay away from is the misogyny of our women. I've said this, and I know people get upset with me. I don't understand why we encourage our black girls, and sometimes, with all due respect, because we're living in this new life, the black boys, why they out there twerking and all that. I discourage that because we are too focused on our sexuality, and the body is the temple of our God. See, people get it twisted. They think that church is God. No, this temple is God. We're made in His what? In His. I'm sorry. No, okay, all right. Let me know.
So no, listen.
Yeah.
Who's some of your favorite artists and songs?
Favorite is Tupac Shakur.
Yes.
He is my favorite artist. Then comes Biggie. Then comes 50, because 50 is my roughneck. I like Busta Rhymes, but the reason why I've told people, and I always stick with Tupac, because what Tupac didn't realize is what I knew. The anointing that he had, the uniqueness of what he presented was that of a preacher. And in another life, Tupac would have been a preacher. So I always remain on how you identify with his preaching and his social justice. I'm sorry. Yeah,
That's
I don't
okay.
want to take over the
So yeah, you right, because I got a ring. So let's go over some of I know you sit on some boards and so forth in Brockton.
Yeah.
Tell us, because I'm still a rookie at learning all these politics, especially on the local level.
Yeah.
But I've always been intrigued about the national politics of the presidents. Right. I think this is date me, but I've been following the president since Gerald Ford.
Yep.
But now I'm starting to try to get into the local, because it's a kind of complicated system.
It's actually not complicated. I'm going to let's first talk about how it's set up. So the United States of America, as you know, has two major political parties, Republican and Democrats. Now, back in the day, we were Republicans because the Republican Party into slavery, Lincoln into slavery. But then what we found out is that as the Republican Party grew in stature, many of us started to kind of assimilate over to the Democrats. But the problem with assimilating over to the Democrats of today are not the Democrats basically of the day where how the Republican Party today is how the Democrats used to kind of be. Right. So it's kind of, they commingle. But this is where the confusion comes in. On a local level, and this is why people get upset with me, but I'm going to be honest with you. On a local level, Democrats have always controlled and managed the municipalities. President Trump was absolutely correct in asking black Americans, what do you have to lose, and voted for him in 2016, because Democrats for decades have managed the cities. So when you say police departments have been beating us up, shooting us in our backs, haven't been able to get jobs in the fire department, haven't been able to get jobs at City Hall, schools are failing. Guess who is the political party that was responsible for that? The Democrats. So what has happened on a local level, although there is the national politics, on a local level, Democrats have actually been responsible for the demise of the African-American families.
Wow.
And I know people will be like, oh, my God, I can't. And remember, I'm an elected Democrat. I'm on the Brockton City Committee as an elected official, but we have to be honest that the sins of the past are what is causing us to have the friction of today. So even though you all may push back on Donald Trump is a system and a beneficiary of the institutionalized racism. So you got to understand it. So you pick on Trump. Trump's gone, but on January 21st, you're still going to have the same issues. Brockton is a clear example of that. You're still going to have the same issue. Can you get a job at City Hall? Do you have enough police officers that are supervising other police officers? What are you doing in terms of getting a better school system? You know, the school system just got a report that they're going to be working on. We have an excellent superintendent, but work needs to be done in Brockton. All of this is a part of the Democratic establishment because Tip O'Neill told us what? All politics is local. So they have to eat their words. Now, don't get me wrong.
So, that's why I try to get more involved with the local level of politics because it starts at home where you're from.
I didn't hear you say that.
It starts at home where you're from.
Right.
And, we need to be more involved. People of color, people, period, need to be more involved in local politics and start holding these politicians accountable for the cities that we live in.
Now, DJ, right, but DJ, now we got to be honest. So now what happened is that when African American, so you had Martin King, you had Malcolm X. Some of us were on Malcolm X, some of us was Martin King. Then some of us was in between with the student nonviolence movement. The point about it is that when blacks did start to advance, I'm talking about African Americans started to advance, what happened was they became tethered to the system. That is that you may make me a manager at City Hall, but I'm not going to make any waves because I don't want to upset my white supervisors. You understand? Come on, can we talk about this? Let's talk about what's really going on in our community. Now, we talked about the politics. Let's talk about us as family because it starts at home. We become so tethered to the system and we're intimidated, so we don't want to make change. Right now they got this thing that when we say people of color, hell to the no. I'm black, I'm African American. What I want to know is what are my reparations for all the crimes you've committed against me? See, that's what I want to know. I'm okay in letting in, if you want to be, there's another brother, if you want to come on into the tent.
He's trying to put our engineer.
Yeah, we're going to put it in the jail. But listen to what I'm trying to tell you.
Over the show.
No, I'm trying to tell you, because I want people to understand this, because people are mad at me. They get mad at me. What I'm trying to get
always mad at you,
yeah,
Bishop.
because I'm telling the truth. What I'm trying to get you all to understand is that we have opened up such a big tent, but until America solves the question of the African American, until these municipalities solve that problem, no other group is going to be able to advance. I said it because I'm right. Prove me wrong. Has it worked in 50 years, 60, 70 years? Everybody else coming here, they're making it, and they're still looking at us. Well, what's wrong with Bishop's people? What's wrong with them? Why can't the African Americans? We're making it. You're making it on our backs. You're making it on our success. You're making it on the blood and sweat. So be honest about that.
Now people understand why I get frustrated with Democrats.
Well,
because
you should be.
There has anything happened for black people in the past 50 years since they passed the Civil Rights Bill?
No. But you got to understand something. And so when I teach this, I try to get people to understand. The deal was that the civil rights bills were going to be for our advancement, specifically only the advancement of the African American.
Piggybacked with others.
Exactly. But in order for it to pass, white women said, nope, we need to be a part of that too. Asian Americans said, nope, we need to be a part of that too. Everybody became a part of that, which diluted the reparation purpose that it would have given us. So it includes everybody. That's why I say people call them minorities. What the heck does that mean? What the heck does that mean for the 405 years we were enslaved? What does that mean 456 years we've been in? What does all of that, how does that pay back from a system that specifically tried to kill me? How does that pay back from a system where we can't get wealth because real estate, because of redlining? Redlining was a federal policy. The federal government said, nope, we're not going to let black people get mortgages, and only in a certain neighborhoods. And those same neighborhoods, they let you what? Get dilapidated. So you didn't want to live. So your kids came up with a mindset of, oh God, I live in a ghetto, instead of understanding that heaven could be availed in their life. I'm sorry.
Let me switch
don't kick me out of here
because he about to bring the fire and
I'm sorry.
Who is your prediction of winning tonight? Do you think it's going to be Biden?
No, Biden.
I got to switch gears.
Wait, hold on. You ain't got shit. No.
You bringing the fire and brimstone.
Biden is going to win it tonight.
And why do you think he's going to win?
He's going to win it tonight because I'm going to say this. I know people won't get mad. But something always, I know that this is unpopular.
I know what you're going to say.
Something always happens when white people get angry too. Right? Remember the crack cocaine? Yeah, I'm talking to my people right now. The other people can wait. Remember the crack cocaine came in our community? Remember that? They said, oh, look at a crackhead. Your mama's a crackhead. Your grandmother's a crackhead. And then what they did was the 1994 crime bill that Biden is responsible for, Biden and Clinton responsible for, and believe me, the Clintons are my friends. You see them all on my Facebook page.
Yeah,
but remember, seriously, right? So they're responsible for that crime bill. But remember, they were talking about crackhead, crack. And then what I used to teach this is that crack was developed by a pharmacist. They said, you're crazy. When I told them that Maxine Waters proved that crack cocaine was brought here by the CIA in Los Angeles, they said, you're crazy. Then you Google it and you see that there was actual hearings regarding this stuff. This stuff is all true. My point to you is this. Biden's going to win, not only because Trump has been proven to be the worst president ever, but he's going to win because, I'm sorry, brother, he's going to win because he made my white cousins mad. Now, you said, wait a minute, Bishop, how you call them your white cousin? Because through our DNA, everybody originated where? In Africa. They proved that everybody came from Africa. It's one single black, African, dark-skinned, chocolate, beautiful woman with twisties in her hair and beautiful earrings. Talk about the beauty of being black. Black is not ugly. And all of us came from her 150,000 years ago. So when I preach and teach, I say my white cousins, because actuality, white people, all of our cousins, we're cousins of each other. You and I probably 56 cousins, we don't even know it. That's how the world works. My point to you is this. Biden's going to win because everybody's mad at Trump. Now people say, well, what you talking about? What you talking? Is he the lesser?
Hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
So now, everyone is not mad at Trump.
A lot of people are.
I just watched, I watched in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
100,000 people at the rally.
Yep.
50,000 of them could not get in.
Right.
So that's 150,000
Right.
people that came out.
Yeah, no, I saw it.
Just to see him. Then
Yeah.
I seen in Arizona a 96-mile-long car rally.
Right.
Then I seen in Lithuania
You ain't talking right.
a rally. That's a whole
Yep.
another different
Yeah.
country.
So you know why they're rallying, right? Because the rally cry is that we're going to keep this nation. Can I say it? Can I say it on your program? You ain't gonna bleep me. So because we need to keep this nation, as the governor used to say, segregation now, segregation forever. The point of the matter is because many of those people have this thing about they want to keep America white, but it's impossible to do that. I'm gonna tell you why it's impossible to do that. The nation is already browning. And what's so interesting is people are not catching up to biology, one, and they're not even watching what everybody should have been watching 20 years ago. So I'm going to teach everybody something right now. Have you ever looked at a commercial in the last decade, the last 10 years? And when you look at a commercial now, or one started 10 years ago, did you notice that the grandparents were white and the grandchildren were black? No one's been talking about that. Did you notice that you would then see a white woman as the wife and a black husband? You would see these beautiful butter pecan babies. Marketing always goes towards the trend of a nation. Whether it's in real estate, the prices are going up. They're trending. Everybody knew in the marketing community that the nation was browning. That's why all the commercials started to reflect that. So when you see commercials tonight, you can be like, that bishop said it. When you see that grandfather with his blue eyes, his white skin, and that little dark blue chocolate grandkid, you're like, why is that possible? Because that's actually what's happening with the nation. In the high schools, our kids are dating each other.
Right. I mean, but
but the parents might be racist, but the kids aren't. The kids aren't. It's the truth.
You know, that's not the issue. What I see is this. I've always known Republicans, they never really cared for us.
Why you say that? That's not true. That's not true. No, hold on.
No.
Do you know that the chief justice of the Supreme Judicial Court, Bud's daughter, Wayne Bud's daughter, Wayne Bud and them are Republicans. These are black people that have made it.
The Republicans, as history has been known, they've been known to be for the rich, the corporations, and not taxing. The problem I have with Democrats is a lot of these Democrats, they come in to D.C. average.
Yep.
Making minimum wage or whatever, 50, 60,000, 70,000 a year. Mm-hmm. And after 20 years or so, they come out millionaires. They are rich.
Oh, there's money in politics.
So
there's money in lobbying and
I
consulting.
say that to say this.
Yep.
I see them you know, a lot of Democrats, when they get that government money, they treat it as if it's their money when it's really our money, the American people's money. And they use it to further themselves. Their kids are in private schools. They have security, but they're talking about.
But that's not party.
Hold on.
That's not party, though.
We need gun control, but
no, we don't need no gun control.
You have an armed security around you 24/7. You and your family. So you're completely contradicting yourself.
But you do know
you want to take the guns out of our hands to protect ourselves.
But DJ, you know
but
traditionally,
you have armed gunmen.
But traditionally, black people are conservatives. You
know what I mean?
Yeah, but black people traditionally are conservative.
Of course, we started off in the Republican Party. The Republican Party at one point was black.
Wait a minute. Party name aside, we are conservative, especially we're fiscal conservative. So what you're saying is that we should be working hard, and our taxation should go to programs that are working. The problem with the Democrats, now I'm not talking about also on a national basis, what you'll notice is that Democrats now are focusing more on immigration policy, which is fine. But the reason why they're focusing on immigration policy is that's because they want to disconnect. They want to disconnect from what they should be doing in terms of the African American movement.
Tell the truth.
Yeah, so we need to be honest about that. There's a reason why they would rather go and deal with, especially even when you talk locally, they talk about immigration. Listen, listen. I'm on most of the boards. I'm for immigration policy too, but majority of people are for legal immigration. I'm going to tell you that. People talk about it all the time. This is what immigrants are saying. But the Democrats are doing it politically so they can escape from the discussion of what should we do in terms of improving the condition of African Americans. Again, they control the public schools.
Knowing this, why would you stay with a party doing that?
Because we believe to stay in a party in which we can improve. We believe that just like many of us we stay in a party that believe that we can break down and improve. That's why 80% of us are in the Democrat Party.
But it hasn't happened over the past 50-something years.
No, but it hasn't. No, you're saying 50, not 50
plus years.
No. There has been some improvement.
Because that's when the whole switch between the parties happened. Is when the
Civil
Rights Bill was signed.
Right.
The Democrat Party used to be the racist party.
Yes, right.
And they were so upset with LBJ by doing that.
So Democrats,
they jumped ship over to the Republican Party.
The reason
let's tell how it really went down and how blacks became Democrats.
Right, that's true. We stick to the party in which we believe that we can improve. If we can't improve it, one of the things that I've been suggesting, and I know people push back on me, I said in our own city where we face lawsuits. Brockton has a lot of lawsuits. So I said, if Brockton can't improve it, and we're going into this Democratic Party, the Democratic city committees and stuff like that, why not have the Black Democratic Party? No, I mean, seriously, why not have a party where people that see it like you are seeing it in my lens that really want to make improvement and make sure that this is mandated in the platform? I said, what Democrats do, and I said this to a lot of the preachers, Democrats will have you knocking on doors Saturday and Sundays. Mondays, they'll have you making phone calls. Tuesday, they'll have you doing the election. And Wednesday, they act like they don't know you. How do I know that? Because I've experienced it my own self. Democrats can be a pretty fickle group at times. But many of us know that. So what we got to do is we got to figure out how to either improve the party or exit from and become unenrolled.
There you go.
We may have to become unenrolled because it is true. That's why I said that something has to give. Between Brockton and Boston, something has to give in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Even on the issue now, I'm on this. I've been doing all this research on cannabis. How even we don't have the money to do the capital to do the big thing. To open up what they call those dispensaries. We gotta have the other folks a part of this. But one of the things that we can do is that you, me, any of us can do the deliveries. We can literally open up a trend. Municipalities are pushing back to even allow us to do that, even though I guess $1 billion has been made in the last 2 years. That's crazy. We got to do something with these Democratic leaders that are running these cities that they're the ones that arrested us.
That's all I've been saying. So
they arrested us.
Here's the thing, right, that a lot of people got brainwashed into. it's like, well, if you didn't vote for Biden, then that's a vote for Trump. You're down for Trump.
No, that's not true. No.
But that's the brainwash they've put into a lot of
Yeah, don't say,
black
y'all
people.
shouldn't be saying that. Don't say that.
A lot of black people.
No, because I can tell you right now, Donald Trump gave more money to HBCs. Donald Trump reduced the taxation in terms of low-income wages, which we are a part. Donald Trump reduced pharmaceutical costs, which impacts all of us. Be very careful because, I could be on the other side. I could be doing political consulting on the other side and make some cogent arguments on why the African-American male vote is increasing for somebody like a Donald Trump, even though he's on record as being a racist. So you need to be very careful. But again, that's why
and it comes from people not understanding the dynamics of how this works, and they're depending on CNN and MSNBC telling them how they should think. And they should like.
And how many CNN? What does CNN got? CNN only got. I'm gonna say that, and I like CNN, but they only have. Can I tell the truth? Can I tell the truth? They only got Don Lemon. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying? So they only, these guys, they got Trump elected. You know how Trump got elected? They got Trump elected. They gave Trump so much free coverage during those. They got him elected. Instead of the news media calling him out for a bigot way back then, they were like, nah, it can't happen. Hillary's got to get it. I was one of Hillary's people. Hillary didn't get it. Donald got it. They didn't. Listen, I was telling the Hillary campaign, because they had the clergy stuff. I said, why aren't you telling her to get out of her suit? If Hillary had went in got one of those farms and got in some jeans and got out to look like one of the hardworking American, Hillary might have won some of them suburbs. But
or the
people,
Midwest.
People don't get out of. They don't get out of their comfort zone in politics, and that's what happens to these Democrats. And they don't listen to black people.
And they
don't think they listen to us. They don't listen to us.
Exactly. So they do these flyby opinions. Oh, just because CNN, even Fox. I don't watch Fox. None of that.
Yeah, I watch Fox because I want to know what the enemies of my condition is saying. You got to watch Fox.
So the point is like this. Yep. People are basing their opinions off of minuscule information. When they need to gather more information and find out, why is Drew saying he don't like Biden? It's not because I like Trump. It's because I'm saying I don't like Biden because he's not going to do anything for us, just like the whole Democratic Party hasn't done anything for us for years. That doesn't necessarily mean I like Trump. And I'm saying like this. People say these other countries are dictatorships. So let's look at America itself.
America can't be saying nothing about no other countries.
Exactly. So let's look at it
America,
like this.
America needs to shut up.
Hold on. Let me finish.
I'm keeping it real.
So let's look at it like this. Over the past 100 or 50, 60, 100 years, there has only been two political parties that have been in the White House, Democrat and Republican. There's over 150 other different parties, political parties in this country. How come none of them have never, ever made it into the White House? In fact, how come they tore down and destroyed the Black Panther Party? Black Panther Party was actually a real political party.
Because that's
what dictators do. They tear down the opposition.
Wait.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait. Drew, we're still a republic. Wait. Dictator is a strong word. Let me just say this. They destroyed the Black Panther Party. The same reason why they try to destroy me in the Rockland Enterprise. Because anyone that's trying to put forward anything that has a black agenda seems to be immediately a threat to the white power structure, whether it's Democrat or Republican. That's why I'm pushing.
My whole point is this. Why is it no other party can run? Dick Gregory had his own party, political party.
I know. Yeah.
Shirley Chisholm. Why couldn't Shirley Chisholm rise up and then they want to take
because it would
hold on.
No.
And now they want to take token Kamala Harris and say, oh, she's going to be the
first.
No,
hey.
Yes,
Kamala's my girl.
No, I don't
We're about to get in a fight now.
Yeah, we get in a fight when we get up out of here.
Can you bloop this out?
I've never beat up a man of God before, but I'm going to do it.
You know I got feelings for her.
That skank. Listen, that skank Kamala Harris.
No, don't be saying. Oh,
yes,
she's a black woman, brother.
That skank.
Apologize, DJ. He didn't mean to say that.
No,
he didn't mean to say that.
I told you I'm bringing the thunder.
Sometimes the devil gets in our voice.
Now let me tell you about the devil.
Why you gonna call that beautiful?
Let me tell you about
now you gonna get us in trouble with all the black. No, he didn't mean to say that.
Let me tell you about the devil.
I've known you for so long. You know better to call black women.
Let me tell you about
the devil. We got black women suffer enough.
Let me tell you about the devil when she.
Why you didn't bleep him?
When she was the
I don't care. I don't care what her past is.
Hey, oh, see, we don't
I don't care what her past is. I want to know what she going to do for me
There's
now.
still brothers sitting in prison now for selling weed. 25 years.
Well, we got to fix that. We got to fix that.
25 years to
Bro,
life.
we got to fix that.
Courtesy of Kamala
We got
Harris.
to listen.
25 years to life for selling weed, and weed is now legal?
Listen.
Are you kidding me?
We got to fix the caller. Let's
25
let's
years
get the brother
to
that you're
life.
talking about. Let's get the brother apart.
Nah, it's just not brothers.
Let's get them all apart.
Brothers.
Let's get them all apart.
Not brother singular.
Why you call a lady that, though? The
Brothers.
lady's a beautiful black woman. Why you call her that?
Did you see the mayor that she was?
It doesn't matter what she was doing. We always try to get it.
We don't. That's the definition
he was separated.
of a skank.
The speaker was
right, so
separated.
listen.
And many of you guys out there that are sleeping with people, many of you all out there that are sleeping with people, and some of y'all are sleeping with your neighbors. Y'all don't need to be talking about Camilla Harris.
We're gonna go
DJ, you need to stop.
We're gonna go to a quick break.
I can't believe he said that. You didn't bleep him.
And what we're gonna
Go
do?
ahead.
What we're
What
gonna
type
do
of show is this?
What we're gonna do is we're gonna premiere a brand new video by this man, this gentleman right here. He's from Boston, right?
There you go.
And he's actually the son of Willie Bennett. Willie Bennett had the infamous Charles Stewart case. Okay?
Did you tell me what Charles Stewart was?
I'm telling him now.
Okay.
The infamous Charles Stewart case where
he
he shot and killed his pregnant wife, and he dialed 911 and
blamed
said,
on a black man.
A black man carjacked us and shot and killed my wife.
They stripped us
So
down.
that's when they started doing that stop and frisk.
Stop
and they
and
just
frisk,
went throughout all Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan, and they were just pulling over black folks and stopping and frisking, searching. And then they said, okay, we got to get somebody. So eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Willie Bennett, you did it. And he didn't do it. And it turns out Charles Stewart killed his own wife and his unborn child for insurance money. And once the heat started coming down on him, he killed himself.
And there was never an apology for that.
There
was never an apology for that.
So this video right now is by Big Nate, the son of Willie Bennett. This one's called The 10 Body Commandments. Remember where you heard it first. Rap and Politics with DJ Drew. Let's go.
A 33-year-old pregnant woman died from a gunshot wound to the head.
The emotionally charged murder rocked Boston to its core. On October 23, 1989, Charles and Carol Stewart were on their way home from a birthing class at Brigham and Women's Hospital when Charles called 911.
State Police Boston recorded emergency 510. My wife's been shot. I've been shot.
Charles told the police the couple was ambushed in Mission Hill, attacked by a 6-foot-tall black man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Protect your neck. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, Buddy Ball. Buddy Ball. 1, 2, 3, Wu-Tang Management. 4, 5. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. You already know what it is. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Buddy Ball. Buddy Ball.
My mom's did 5. She ain't never tell. My pops did 20. He ain't never tell. My cousin did 22. He ain't never tell. A lot of cowards switch sides as soon as they hit the cell. You talking to the pig, screaming assalamu alaikum. No pork on his fork, but he socialized with bacon. They say you do the crime, be ready to do the time, but only a few G's gon' stand and do their time. You know, free Bobby Smurder. The whole GS9, you know they locked up for murder. They teach you steal from the rich, give to the ones that need. That's the only way you gon' get honor amongst the thieves. If you ain't got a lawyer, dog, that's probably what you need. Instead of snitching on your man, the 5th, you can always plead. But if you don't pay them lawyer fees, you gon' cop a plea. Money, power, respect, you gon' always need. Been playing in that dirt since the playground. Talk about 100 shots, but they don't even spray rounds. Don't give me 5 if you think I came to play round. Man, you don't know the rules, you get down to lay down. Can't count to 6, there's probably some shit you missed. R.A.P the big and premiere for this assist. 7 Mac 11s, got bullets for every clip that's gonna send you up quickly to heaven. Who's made to be broke? I'm never on some broke shit. It's the body bars, East Coast to West Coast shit. Big Nate, stay ducking all them cameras. Eyes on the hammers, learn my manners from my grandmas. 9 out of 10, your best friends gonna set you up. They see you make it rain, take your money, then they wet you up. Been under surveillance, it ain't nothing for them to set you up. Cash App and PayPal, they do it for them extra bucks. They do anything just to win. Wishing death on me, and I'm talking about many men. They wanna see me dead in that big body Benz. If you don't wanna see me win, no need to even pretend. Been smoking Mary Jane, just to ease the pain. Been smoking Mary Jane just to ease the pain. One time ain't been the same since the Peter Pan. Been going hard in my face, they can see the pain. My mom's did 5, she ain't never tell. My pops did 20, he ain't never tell. My cousin did 22, never tell. A lot of cowards switch sides as soon as they hit the cell. Buddy balls, yeah, Spuddy balls, yeah. Check your motherfucking neck.
Check your neck. Government shutdown. 4, 5.
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
R.A.P the Big. Let's go.
I can't breathe.
Did you ever come face to face with Charles Stewart?
Oh, wow.
Interview with Willie Bennett at the end.
Whoa, that's
Talking to him.
nice.
He said he wanted to punch Charles Stewart in his face.
Really?
Yes, that was the interview that Willie Bennett about when that whole Charles Stewart thing. So right there, y'all just seen that. The Big Nate, the 10 Body Commandments, the son of Willie Bennett, the infamous Charles Stewart case.
And that happened all in our lifetime.
Yes, that was
People
crazy.
act like, oh, the civil rights movement, the dogs are 50,000 years ago. It just happened that Charles Stewart is still relevant in all the minds of young black, especially those of us that were down at the Heat Street Projects and all that.
Can I
Man,
tell
we were
you-
strip search. People don't know.
Can I share you a story that
Mission Hill, we were
I
all
never
strip
share with
search.
nobody. I don't really.
Tell us the story.
So I was on vacation, and I was 18 at the time when I went on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was on vacation, Willie Bennett had just come on vacation himself. And I remember when he came on vacation, he was like, I didn't do it. And when you see those people a lot, they always say, we know who did it. And we knew he didn't do it.
Right.
So this is a very true story. So I was working in the kitchen
Mm-hmm.
while on vacation.
Right, I get it.
And he was working there.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him had a dispute. We literally almost got into a fight.
On blows,
Yes.
blows, bro.
And then I was 17, 18 year old. I was young and dumb, and Willie was a little bit older, so
Yeah.
I was just stupid at the time. And the young older brother's like, "Yo, come on, yeah, chill." They got in between us, but we squashed it. You know, shout out to Willie Bennett, man, and Big Nate. That is. I'm not getting into detail because it's really nothing about everybody's business. But
No, that's right. You don't. No.
that is a true story. I knew
Bless
Willie
him.
Bennett
Bless him.
personally. That's a true thing. I'm so fortunate I made it through that period in life, but we here. So that was Big Nate, premier of the 10 Body Commandments, son of Willie Bennett.
That was nice.
It was nice. He's down with the
But you know the code is not there no more, DJ, though. The stuff that he's talking about is so true. There's no street code anymore. Everybody's like dropping dimes on everybody.
code is gone.
Yo, the code is gone.
It's-
for real.
It's been gone since
For a minute.
90s,
Yeah.
early 90s.
It's been going, yeah.
It's been gone for a long
So you
time.
think about, when we think about back in the day, though, when I think about all that, I was like, what happened to us? It's like, that's what we need. What this young man was just rap. That's what we need. I'm not saying to bring back criminality, but
Right.
we need to bring back
The
the
unity.
pride and the unity of who we are as a people. That has escaped us. You know,
Big time.
I find more problems. I find some problems, and not more problems, but some problems trying to even deal with some of my own brothers and sisters in Brockton. I mean, we got to be unified with a consistent message. So people, I've been in meetings and overheard people say, you know, if the Cape Verdeans, the African Americans, and the Haitians ever got together, oh, they could take over the city. I've heard this in meetings, and people like us are not clueless to our heritage in terms of being royalty, because you guys we're queens, king, prince, and princesses, but you don't think like that. You're not kingdom-minded to think like that, and a part of the problem
Say
has been
that
the
again,
church.
kingdom-minded.
Kingdom-minded, but a part of the problem has been the church too. I mean, we started giving, it started been about, giving money, and instead of building social programs. You remember the so-called, there really is no such thing as a black church, but because they call it that after the civil rights movement, the so-called black church church are billion-dollar industries. And black church now has become too much of entertainment versus social justice.
Ooh,
so
preach, brother.
Yeah, so what a preacher would do. So I don't care because they don't invite me. You know, it doesn't matter to me. I don't need their money. But the part of it is that we're always collecting for our pastors this and our first ladies that. But where's the daycare centers that we could have where right now with the COVID-19, all this is going on, where we can provide some services to our own. Again, the mission of the Christ that I know, that I've received in my life is social justice. So I preach social justice. I'm going to die social justice. The community is my church. You don't need a building. The community is my church, and I'm going to keep saying it.
And I like that because the message you have, what they've done, and a lot of people don't realize, they made us divided. So because I might not agree with how Democrats run things, I got black folks now that don't want to talk to me.
Yeah, but you have to understand that the division is not new. The Bible says nothing under sun. This is not new. This division, this setting us up against each other, started in slavery.
Right, exactly. So,
it really did.
It's the thing is like, and some people are like, you're a sellout. Like, how could I be a sellout?
No, you ain't no sellout. Unless you got some $1 million you didn't tell me about.
Are you freaking
You got $1 million.
It's like, are you freaking kidding me?
I didn't see that brand new Mercedes out there.
Me labeled as a sellout when we have the same common goal. And that is
we should stop calling each other names anyway.
Because me and this brother right here.
Yeah, because you and I can have a difference of opinion, but I love you. You're my brother.
Right, we have the same common goal.
Yeah.
And only people with feeble minds, and I hate to say it, would speak and think like that because they don't see the bigger picture. They see the small picture, even though they got a 50-inch or 70-inch. That's still a smaller picture that they're watching on CNN.
They got color.
MSNBC,
they got color, but their mindsets are black and white.
You know
they got color, but the mindset is black and white.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So they think they're seeing a bigger picture because they got a 70-inch TV, but they only see the smaller picture. They don't see how bigger this picture is than what they're telling you and projecting into your brain on these mainstream
Well, God has a plan.
outlets,
Listen, God has a plan
networks.
for you. This Rap and Politics is taking off. God has a plan for you. You have a medium. The problem with, especially those of us in Plymouth County and the Brockton area, we don't have a black media to speak the truth and to speak truth to power. So when I get on my radio program, on 1510, and so people get all upset. And one guy got mad because I said Brockton's a black city. Why is that a problem to say Brockton's a black city? It's a black city.
What's the problem with that?
That's not taking anything from my white cousin.
Right.
And one lady called me. One lady called the Brockton City Councilor. A black well, they're black anyway, but a Cape Verdean American city councilor, a sister that I went to the Yamana with, called her a racist. They call a black city councilor a racist.
Are you talking about Tina?
Tina Cardoso.
She's right there.
She's up here?
She just commented. She said, hello, gentlemen. I love and respect both of you. If you could learn from you, why can't we give Kamala and the Dems the benefit of the doubt that they have made some mistakes but not want to learn from us and heal with us and move us forward?
Brother, Tina, I said work in the confines of the party, but we also can't work with the confines of the party by going like this, like they didn't do anything wrong. When I teach, I do diversity and inclusiveness. When I teach this, I ask the question. One of the things I like to ask: when did you first find out you were black? And then the white people I ask, when did you first find out that you had white privilege? You should see the immediate answer. People get offended when you start talking about race in this country. They get offended when a black person starts to talk about race. And that's how you test the friendship of your white cousin. If you can sit there and have a conversation like, you know what? The cops just pulled me over, and I know daggone well they just pulled me over because I was black. And their response to you, that happens to me too. What are you talking about? You can't talk like that. You're wrong. I don't mean to use that dialect, but that's how it sounds to some of us.
Well, can I be the devil's advocate on that? Can I be the devil's advocate on that?
Go ahead.
Sometimes I get tired of talking about race because
we shouldn't be talking about anyone anyway.
And sometimes I'll tell you, like, what really aggravates me is when a white person will start trying to talk to me about race and prove that they are not racist. I have, I get the old.
But that's okay. No, Drew.
I get the
I know you might get, but that's okay.
Hold on. Let me finish. I get the I have black friend things. I'm like,
no, that's wrong because
God.
Yeah.
Here we go again. I'm like, no, please.
Well, listen, when
like,
they came after Tina, though, one of the things that the lady said was, I hope some of my black, I know that she said, friends of color support me. And what she didn't understand, that's a dog whistle. Listen, they're all Democrats. What do you mean you support you? No, why do we got to support you? You made your statement. You call it a racist. Well, let me define something. Black people can't be racist. We have no economic power to suppress white people. So please stop calling us racist. So people
that's something true.
Yeah,
black people can never be racist.
We cannot be.
But
it's not our system.
I would like us to move forward. And what I say
we can be bigots.
What I would like to say is this, right? America is fortunate that most black people just want equality and don't seek revenge.
America, but you have to understand.
Very fortunate.
But I've spoken to, this is work that I do. That's one of the greatest fears. That's why there's been a 60% increase in gun sales. And that's what happened with Obama. People really think because President Obama, black president, we were all going to go against white folk. I mean, people actually think that. And the most people that think that are those that have not, and I'm going to say this, I know people are going to be mad, but it's already been said from Fox News to CNN, those of them on the other side that are least college educated, that haven't studied the true nature of America. They think like that.
In other words, you're saying trailer parks.
I didn't say that because I don't think there are many trailer parks left. But
there's still a lot of them in the Midwest.
Really? There's still a lot of trailer
parks? In the Midwest, is trailer parks everywhere.
Really? Lord Jesus.
I've been out there going towards.
The last time I saw
I drove to Ohio, man. I saw
the trailer park doing Katrina. You remember Katrina when people don't want to talk about Katrina anymore? When Bush flew over with just a helicopter and waving at the colors.
And Kanye West stood up and said something.
Look. And Kanye was black then. Remember that? True.
He's still black now.
Well, he don't know what he is.
No.
Yeah, he don't know where he is.
Listen,
he don't know.
You do not know what you is.
He don't know where Kanye don't know what he is. We're just joking. We're just joking.
All right, so
but Tina said give them the benefit of the doubt. And what I say back to Tina is that I know that I've given them the benefit of the doubt. I know that you're willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. But the problem is there's people in power that don't even care if you give them the benefit of the doubt. They don't want you to open your mouth to say anything that says black or African American. They don't want to hear that. What they want you to say is people of color. That's more comfortable because what that does is that talks about the big camp and it defocuses off, it blurs the issue of how do we deal with the fact that we have educated black kids to the point where they're not really educated. We have the tests that we want them to do to get into the police and the fire department. They can't do it because we educated them to the point where we made sure that they didn't have to educate to get it. We got to be honest that when they say that we're underdeveloped, that goes back to their racist position that we're monkeys and that we don't deserve anything. Well, we got to be honest and say, no, it was your system that educated us. So why are we failing when teachers are making $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 a year? Why are we failing when we have superintendents? Why are we failing when we have headmasters? Why are we, or what they call them now, principals? Why are we failing when there's all this money in education? And what the biggest secret, what they don't want you to tell you about is school committees. Like I'm on a school committee right now. We set policy. So you know those history books that they have a little sprinkle of blackness in them? That's something that school policies control. That's something that I'm going to be harking on. Because we are doing a disservice now to white kids to make them think that we were some sort of monkeys with bamboos and then we went into slavery because Europeans need to slave us. No, that's not true. Everything comes from us, including medicine, architecture, sciences, etc. All of that began with the movement of black people in Egypt. Now people are, oh, don't you do that, Bishop, don't you say those things. Well, no, why can't I say those things? Why can't we, for once, tell the truth? That's why I always used to get mad at rappers. Now, because this is your show. Why in the hell were y'all trying to be Italian mafia figures when we invented the numbers? Yeah, I said it. The lottery comes from us.
Yeah,
the lottery comes from us. So why were y'all trying to be gangsters? Well, I don't get it. And I'm glad you watching Fargo, right? You watching that show of Fargo.
Rock, yes.
Yeah. This is our true history. So I don't know what you guys are trying to be Italians, pretending like you, all that. Well, we were the original gangsters. Back in the day. We don't live that life. Now, I don't want you to live that sinful life anymore. But my point to you is one of the things that this country has always done, first of all, soul, spirituals, all that comes from us. But then on the same token, we try to assimilate back to become something that we never had to be. And that's because of lack of education. lack of oral history of who we are. Kings and queens, princes and princes. We are children of royalty. We may be a lost tribe in the Bible, but we are stolen tribes from Africa. And when you understand the concept of all of that, you'll understand what's going on. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm about to go to some African kings right now in Africa. I'm about to go over there, talk to some Kenyans. I'm going to get involved in the marijuana business with me over here in Brockton, Massachusetts. I'm tired of worrying about if we can't do it and if we...
All right, we got to slow you down for a second. Hold on, Bishop.
Economic development.
Bishop.
Economic development.
I know. We going, okay.
I'm going to learn some Swahili.
I want to ask you a few questions.
All right, go ahead.
Now, I know you've met former President Bill Clinton.
Oh, yeah, Bill's a good man.
What was it like speaking?
Even Hillary, I met Hillary too.
What was it like speaking with them in the conversations?
I'm gonna tell you,
I've seen the pictures. That
You know what's so interesting about it is that a person like me, I feel like I'm their equal, so I don't get the nostalgia. I've been preaching for 32 years. I've met so many people. I love the devout Patrick. I love devout Patrick. So for me, I don't get the nostalgia. A regular person would be like, "Oh my God, you met Bill Clinton." Oh, so what? Yeah.
So
I wanted to pray for him in his marriage when I met him.
The thing is, I want to get your. I
was like, Bill, why are you such a freak? You know.
Listen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't say that.
I want
to bloop that out.
Listen. I want to get. What was your opinion of him?
He's very
what type of man that you think that he was. He seemed like an honest, straightforward
He's not
person.
the Bill Clinton that we all voted for when I met him. He was very, very reserved. He's got that. Have you guys heard that crackling in his voice? Yeah. You can tell the Bills had some.
Sex with Monica Lewinsky.
No, he didn't say that. Come on. No, that was back in the
I did not have sex.
Wait a minute. No, that's the legality of defining sexual contact is still questionable. So I don't want to make that. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but I play one, and I can tell you that.
Tina said to give you some water.
Yeah, but Tina's hard on me all the time.
Shout out to Tina. She get on my nerves sometimes.
Why? She's on Tina.
Me and Tina go way back.
Tina fights the good fight.
I'm proud of Tina, man, what she's done.
Do you know? Let me tell y'all something about Tina. I hope I can say this.
No,
Tina
don't say this.
I'm gonna Tina.
Don't say it.
Don't say. Oh my God, because Tina, boy, back in the day at the Umana, if I had known that she was Lord,
I knew this was a bad idea, Van, of bringing him on, but I tried it anyways. I said, matter of fact, we're gonna go to a commercial break.
It made my glasses fall.
We're going to a commercial break.
Don't sleep on Tina Cardoso.
We're gonna premiere another new video by a good friend of mine out of the Bronx. He's a Boricua. My man Ricky Batts. He just released this one. He released this one on Halloween. This one's called Nightmares featuring Cortez. Remember where you seen it first. Rap and Politics.
Oh, look at you put it to Hancock.
That's a nightmare. Gotham City boys.
Gunfire be the reason niggas ain't earning. The block is hot and that shit gon' stay burning. Everybody feel it's their turn for the door to open. Talk soft spoken, don't get your jaw broken. Well, I'm hoping to leave rap with a trophy. Bottom lock on a low key. Nigga Bats is an OG. I OD'd on blunt weed. I'm a stoner. Lost in my thoughts, can't pick my phone up. Caught up in a coma, piss cold corona. Sitting, mind tripping, Barcelona. Pardon me a moment, I'm just plotting on it. Get into that bag and keep piling on it. Keep pounding on opponents, drop the hottest shit. Cause they really don't want it, that's so obvious. And I ain't talking about a lot of bricks. Just enough to build a house that ain't made of a lot of sticks. Drowning in my dreams, that's a nightmare. Tossing in my sleep, trying to fight fear. Caution in these streets, shit is dark there.
Yeah.
Get your light towed away, you
Thank
can't
God
park
they never
here.
told on us. Lay low, I heard the polls on us. Walk around, no ID, in case we hold warrants. Never had to vote in my life, but kept the poll on us. Made 7 digits a night with one phone on us. Me, my code DC, we was lamping and bagging, chefing it up with the fiend sampling. Money in the basement, peas go in the attic. It was crazy. On dead end blocks, we bringing traffic. Yeah, you see they frontin' like they got clout, but when it's lit for that drama, never pop out. Street sweeper mops out, yellow tape swats out. Only God could judge me, quarter never cap out. Nah, yo, what's the bank? Roll the dice here. We earn credit, teaching dudes how to swipe here. Slight tears, seen fam lose their life here. Drug dealer's dream, my reality's a nightmare.
Drowning in my dreams, that's a nightmare. Tossing in my sleep, trying to fight fear. Caution in these streets, shit is dark there.
Caution.
Get your light towed away, you
Cold
can't
store
park
with the
here.
milk crate. Chopped cheese with the steel $8.50. All you can eat, come get your grill, See your safety. Only way that I feel safe. Rotten to the death, but gotta make sure my wheel's straight. Shit, go ask Siri, you get lost here. See, we learned to draw, cause we seen a lot of chalk here. You made the trap hot, what you double park where? Shit, little homie don't get parked here.
Get your head cut short, no barber chair. Get a fade with a blade, is there a problem here? Chase bears through the parks with the armor flaring. And my cargo gear in the hood like the car engine. I'm dancing with the devil, y'all just there staring. Sparring with my trouble, showing perseverance. They notice me, I get dough just to make an appearance. For the show, I'm gonna murder and handle my business. Drowning in my dreams, that's a nightmare. Tossing in my sleep, trying to fight fear. Caution in these streets, shit is dark there. Get your light towed away, you can't park here. That's a nightmare.
I like this one.
Yeah, that was Ricky Batts featuring Cortez called Nightmares. He dropped that one on the Halloween, man. Shout out to Ricky Batts, the whole Gotham City boys. My man 5-footer, everybody, Gotham City, my man Infamous, Amadeus. Those are my peoples, man. He's doing major things, and I'm gonna tell people. I'm
gonna get a rap song.
This is the cut down version for the usual top 10 I normally do because of this is the special election edition. So I just did those two, premiered the 2 videos. Next week we'll be back to the full top 10. I thank y'all for tuning in to seeing that with Ricky Batts and my man Big Nate. Support them people. Go to the YouTube pages. Back to this man right here, the Bishop. Tony Branch. Before we go, you work with the NAACP.
I'm the first vice president of the NAACP, so I'm basically the second person in command. The leadership is Phyllis Ellis. And, as you know, the NAACP is doing tremendous work. However, I don't think the NAACP gets the credit that it deserves. It gets more criticism than anything else, especially among our own people who seem to forget that the NAACP is an organization of people. It's not just the name. It's not the name. It's an organization of people that need to come out and to do the work. We don't have money to be suing people and all that. So we get to where we get to by numbers, by people participated in the process. On a national basis, when you look at our Haitian families in Brockton, they were saved by way of the NAACP lawsuit for TPS because of our immigration stance, our immigration policy. So we're doing a lot of great work. We have signature talking points with respect to revising police departments across this country, specific talking points on how to improve education of people of color. We are an organization that is at the forefront. And what I try to explain to people is that learn from these groups like the NAACP that's been here since 1908, 1907,
Speaking of 1908, I just have one question. Mm-hmm. Why haven't they changed part of that name?
Why do they need to change it? Am I losing my mask?
National, let me see if I get it right. Damn, I'm bringing
National Association of
Colored People.
What's wrong with that?
You said you didn't even like the term yourself, people of color.
Well, right, but I mean, I'm not too, this mask, I'm sorry, I look kind of like, I look like I'm a little crazy.
You're like a pirate right now.
Yeah, whatever. So I think that, I don't think they need to change. I think that that's their signature name, and I don't think changing the name has anything to do with what we've been doing on the ground for men and women, black people. When
But
they talk, when you hear the
that's
NAACP,
an old racist prejudice term.
no,
colored
well,
people.
but it was it was. Well, no, it's not actually. People of color was our term to get us away from being called Negroes,
people.
Negroes and niggas.
And
but
colored people.
yeah, but let me just say this: I don't think that takes away from the work that they do. When you
No, it
hear,
doesn't.
yeah, when you hear us speak and preach, we say African American, we say black, we don't say people of color. But and the reason why many of us are moving towards to make sure that we're trying to talk about African Americans and black people, and they are one. We're talking about that is because we're finding out that both liberals, some progressives, and definitely conservatives would rather not have that conversation. And what that's doing is just diluting our ability to make change, because there are certain things that just affect African Americans, like municipal employment. Municipal employment is a prime example of when they say that, historically, they didn't want to hire us for police departments and fire departments. Does that make sense? I hope I'm helping somebody.
Right. I was just going to say, explain
Sorry
to
for
some
talking
people what municipal employment means, because some
jobs at City Hall.
right jobs of
Jobs
city,
at City Hall, jobs within the school department. You remember I
City or
fought,
state jobs.
Yeah, remember I fought that fight with Brockton Public Schools because she wasn't hiring. They weren't hiring really black teachers over there, and we know from national studies, even from Republican administrations, that hiring of black teachers is a win-win-win, because black students have an opportunity to have a reflection of themselves, an example not only in terms of academics, but an example of, wow, I could be just like that in the improvement of my people. So we know that the statistics are there. The problem with us as people is that we don't make cogent arguments based upon statistics and data. And people in my business know that in order to sell our point, or in order for us to make change, we got to put the information in front of them. We got to put the data in front of them and says, this is not an anomaly that you're not hiring African Americans. It's not an anomaly. There's something going on with that. But my concern goes back to what you said initially, is that these city governments have been controlled by the Democratic Party. So one of the things that I've spoken about very harshly, especially during the gubernatorial race that recently happened, I said to gubernatorial Gonzalez, I said, I don't understand something. You want our support, but yet still it is the Democratic Party, the Democratic leadership in the House of Representatives that has stopped education reform. This is before they did education reform. The reason why education reform fast forward is because other people wanted to get involved with it. But for a long time, Democrats back in 2013 said, hell no, we don't want education reform. So it's Democrats that have been a part of the problem. Who is going to hold them accountable? If men and women of that look like me can't have a conversation with them to show them in the lens in which we come from, what you're doing is wrong for my people, how are they ever going to change? We can't wimp out. We can't say, oh, because I'm scared, Bishop, because my city job. Oh, Bishop, my family got to come. That's the first thing that some of us say. My family comes first. I get that. Your family does come first.
Shout out to Tina Cardozo, because she's been taking some heat lately. I forget the other city councilwoman, the Brazilian woman.
Yeah, Rita Mendez and Tina.
They've taken some heat.
Well, excuse me. Yeah, they did. And
we not doing that no more. We stopping you right now.
Yeah.
They took some heat.
Yeah.
And I shout them out. I don't know the full reasons why they got the heat that they got. I seen the situation. I read about it, but I don't think it was pretty much fair or deserved. But, some things run in circles. People run in different circles. So those are the prices that you pay.
No. That's not the price that Rita or Tina should have paid. I hear what you said.
I'm not. See,
okay.
But I don't want to get into. I'm just saying this is what
they should have been apologized to early, and I said that on my program.
This is what happens when you go against certain. But
yeah, they're powerful people.
Right. So what I want to end it on that note. What I want you is the plug-in. I know you have your podcast and your
my radio program.
Your radio program.
Stand Up Strong. You can catch us live 15:10 a.m. And it's Sunday, every Sunday, 2 to 3 o'clock. I'll probably be going back in studio. We've been remote because of COVID, but come to Stand Up Strong. Also, I serve as vice chair of the Southeastern Regional School Committee. I'm the only African American on a regional school committee in the Commonwealth. As far as we know, there are some on school committees now, local school committees, but there's not many of us. And as you all remember, Mayor Flynn abolished the Boston School Committee back in the day when a majority of the school committee was African Americans. A lot of people don't remember that story. So it was actually abolished.
I'm going to come on your Sunday show, and I'm wrecking havoc.
Oh, you can wreck havoc.
That's what I'm doing, Tony.
You don't.
Me
You're so
talk
nice.
on the phone all the time.
Yeah, but you're so nice. You're not wrecking havoc.
Listen.
You're not
I be
wrecking
nice
havoc.
a lot. I could really let loose, but I think people are really not ready for me to let loose like I really want. I got to hold back a lot because people won't truly understand where I'm coming from.
I understand where you're coming from.
I know you do, but a lot. Like I said, most people won't. They still don't get it. Like I throw little things, little nuggets out on Facebook and all that, and they're not really getting, not soaking it in.
We take stuff on Facebook too seriously, though.
Exactly, and
it's like kind of to the point now.
It's programmed when they see certain keywords, it automatically triggers a certain emotion.
Yeah,
if I say a keyword, if I put a keyword, it triggers emotions. People don't even realize they've been brainwashed by mainstream media. Certain word, like if I just say the word Trump, it's like bing, automatic emotion.
Yeah, but
comes running to somebody. So no matter what I say after I say the word Trump, unless I'm saying he is a piece of POS or something like that, there is
That's why
else.
It's important, Drew, to have CIL, credibility and leadership. And what CIL is, this credibility and leadership, is that just like she said, it's easy to hold people accountable within the Democratic Party. And it's easier because we're the majority, that's true. But on the flip side, Donald Trump was not wrong in terms of his assessment and question to the African-American community with respect to municipalities.
Exactly.
A prime example of that is Chicago.
So when you try to bring those points up to people, they don't get it. And they instantly will say, well, you love Trump. And they're not taking the time to listen to what you're saying and what you mean. So my thing is, if you're not going to take the time to research and listen to things, and you're just going to flick on CNN and go by what they say, then you have no bearings to be speaking about what's going on with the politics. It's like saying a rapper. If you cannot rap and you don't got any bars, then you got no business trying to spit and battle somebody. It's the same
Well, you
scenario.
got to remember, Donald Trump
I look and I research a lot of different things. I don't just go on this news media. I'm reading articles. I'm reading books. I'm checking out these other different networks that don't even come on mainstream media, where sometimes you get the unbiased news and reports, which is very important because Fox, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, they all give biased reports. They do not give unbiased reports. So you're never going to get the real type of story that you need. You have to do your own homework and make up your own mind and do your own.
So, Drew, you just say you're a Trump supporter. Why are we going on? Why are we having this long conversation?
See? That's him trying to be funny. But
Mr. Technician, you know
I'm about to snatch.
Cut his mic off.
I'm about to snatch one of his braids out.
Good. These are locks.
One
you know
of his
what I'm
locks.
saying?
I'm going to snatch one of them locks out of his head.
A typical conservative don't even know what's,
and put
Trump don't know either different, don't know the difference.
And put a root on it. But we're gonna get, I thank everybody for tuning in. I hope everybody
I love you all.
in.
Love you guys. I love you all.
I love my brother right here.
You're my brother.
You know what I'm saying? Always got love for him. No matter who you voting for, who you want, man, I want everybody to be safe out there tonight. Vote.
Well, it's over with now, right?
It's over. But stay your asses in the house tonight.
Yep. Well, you
no
have
matter
to.
what the outcome. Don't try to go out. Do not try to go out and try to, make protests or whatever you're doing. Just stay in the house.
No.
Stay in.
Well, protest is useless if the protest doesn't turn into policy. I hear a lot of people screaming, but they ain't turning into policy. And as far as Donald Trump is concerned, this is Rap and Politics. I remember all you rappers had Trump in your videos. I remember Trump was in all y'all lyrics. Yeah.
I just watched.
What's up?
I watched the video not too long ago.
Mucho dinero, huh?
With Tony Yayo and President Trump sitting right next to you. He's like, yo, this is my dog. Tony Yayo,
Shut up,
that's serious. Tony Yayo from G Unit with Donald Trump. And Donald Trump.
We're giving away our age.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't let these youngsters hear it. We're giving away our age.
But we're going to be off this, man. Remember,
thank you, brother.
Man,
Thank you for this
medium.
medium.
Thank you for coming through,
God bless you.
Everybody, remember to say what you mean and mean what you say.
And you better leave Camilla alone.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?